You need cooling, baby, I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to schooling.
While it's possible to play the intro and verse riff with all downstrokes, Jimmy Page uses alternating picking. Alternating picking starting with an upstroke works well for the 16th note feel of this riff. The first measure is picked up, down, up, down. Whole Lotta Love is in 4/4 time. There are 4 quarter notes in each measure. The first 2 quarter notes are taken up with a half note rest. The first half of the third beat is taken up by an 8th note rest. The first note we play is with our third finger on the 5th fret of the low E string. Pick this note in an up direction. This note is a grace note. You can tell from the small size of the number 5 and the grace note symbol above the note that looks like an 8th note with a line through it. A grace note symbol means the 5th fret note on the low E string gets no place in the count. Instead, we play it quickly in order to slide to the 2nd note on the 7th fret of the low E string. Because we're sliding, we don't need to pick the 2nd note. We just need to arrive on the 7th fret on the and after the 3rd beat. The 3rd note is played on the a after the 3rd beat. We play this note using our first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, the 2nd from thickest string. Pick this note in a down direction. This note should be given a quarter note bend over its duration. This 16th note is tied to a 16th note on the 4th beat, so you have 2 16th notes to bend the string slightly. A good technique for this kind of bend is to pull the string down with your first finger by rotating your wrist. Keep your fingers and palms stiff and let your forearm do the work. The 4th note is played on the E after the 4th beat, using our 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the low E string. Pick this note in an up direction. The 5th note is played on the and after the 4th beat, using our first finger again on the 5th fret of the A string. Pick this note in a down direction. This note should also be given a quarter note bend over its duration. It's an 8th note, so you have the same 2 16th notes as before to bend the string slightly. And that's the end of the first measure.